Meeting is called to order. Please stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty.
Welcome everyone to the July regular meeting of the Community High School District 94 Board of Education. Mission statement, please.
Community High School will ignite a passion for learning, foster leadership and responsibility, and empower all learners to live their personal best.
Thank you, Rich. Board agreements, please.
Communicating with the media. The board president or designee is a spokesperson for the board to the media. The superintendent or designee is a spokesperson for the district to the media.
Thank you, Lynn. Roll call, please.
Mr. Brown?
Here.
Ms. Casey Meyer?
Here.
Mr. Nagel?
Present.
Ms. Duramas?
Present.
Ms. Munoz?
Here.
Ms. Chavez?
Here.
Ms. Murphy?
Present.
All right, that brings us to public participation. This is the portion of our meeting where any member of the public may address the Board of Education on any topic. We welcome your comments and will carefully listen to your concerns. We will not be able to engage in a dialogue during public participation, but when appropriate, we will direct the administration to follow up. Presentations are limited to no more than 5 minutes per person, with a total time limit of 30 minutes for public participation. If you're making public comment, please speak slowly so that the translator is able to keep up with you. If you wish to make personal charges or complaints against individual employees, volunteers, or students of the district, we request that you send the board your concerns in writing rather than stating those concerns during public comment. If anyone currently present wishes to make public comment and hasn't already done so, please fill out one of the comment forms in the back of the room and hand it to someone seated at the table. At this point, we received a public comment form from Barbara Lamans regarding attendance.
Thank you. Good evening. As many of you know, and for those who don't, I'm a former school board president of District 33. I'm a former teacher here at the district, union president, and remain an active member of the communities invested in the education of our students of the community. I'm here tonight because I have a deep concern regarding the troubling trends of chronic absenteeism, graduation rates, and student tardiness. According to the Illinois report card data, chronic absenteeism has nearly doubled since 2020, reaching 29.8%. This means almost 3 out of every 10 students are chronically absent. This is not a minor statistic. It represents a significant number of students who are missing substantial amounts of classroom instruction and falling behind. At the same time, the graduation rate has declined from 92.8% in 2020 to 87.5%. That is a drop of more than 5 percentage points, and we need to ask why. And there is another troubling piece of this picture. According to the discipline statistics posted on the district's website, tardiness accounts for the majority of discipline incidents. We need to ask ourselves, are we addressing the reasons students are late, or are we simply punishing the behavior? These 3 issues may be more connected than we realize. A student who is frequently late may eventually miss an entire class. A student who is chronically absent can quickly become academically disconnected. And students who are disconnected from school are at greater risk of not graduating. So I am asking the board to move beyond simply reporting these numbers to having a plan. I would like to know, and you as school board members need to know, was the discipline improvement plan of 2022 implemented? Are the parent workshops taking place? There are no parent-teacher advisory meetings posted on the website since 2022. What is driving the dramatic increase in chronic absenteeism? Why has the graduation rate fallen so significantly? What are the root causes of student tardiness? And why does it account for such a large share of discipline incidents? Has the reorganization resulted in a lack of communication and failure to support teachers? When was the last time the board administration had an open conversation with teachers to discuss student attendance and the impact it has on their classrooms? Why has the teacher retention continued to drop over the last 2 years? And what is the resulting impact of new teachers always being in the district? Most importantly, what is going to take place this year that's different from last year to reduce those numbers and statistics? Tonight, you will approve a comprehensive program to evaluate special ed services, and I congratulate you on that. But just as important, what specific actions are being taken to reverse the trends for the rest of the student population? And how will the public know whether those actions are working? We cannot accept nearly 30% chronic absenteeism and an 87.5% graduation rate as simply numbers on a report. Behind every statistic is a student who may be struggling, falling behind, or losing connection with school. Our responsibility is not to just educate the students who are showing up every day. It is also to understand why students are not showing up. Why are they arriving late? And why are some not making it to graduation? I urge this board to make these issues a priority, establish measurable goals, and report publicly on progress. Be innovative to remove potential barriers surrounding why students aren't attending. Our students cannot afford to wait for these numbers to get worse before we act. Thank you.
Thank you for expressing your concerns, and I can assure you that those are concerns that this entire board also carries, and some of the questions you raise are definitely questions that we have been and will continue to be asking. But thank you for coming tonight. All right, that brings us to reports and information. Executive Director of Business Services report.
Thank you. First, an update on the tentative budget timetable. So the fiscal year 2027 budget is very close to being ready for presentation. I plan to present the tentative budget at the August 4th Committee of the Whole meeting. Then after that presentation will be posted as legally required. And then at the September board meeting, we will hold the public hearing for the approval of the tentative budget. For a construction update, Olson Roofing has completed all the roofing projects. With regards to the auditorium, all of the plaster and painting has been completed. The epoxy flooring was completed last Thursday. The carpet is starting this week along with aisle lighting. After that, all that is left is some final trim, some paint touch-up, installation of sound panels and grills, and then, of course, a new curtain. After that, then we're just waiting on chairs, with the majority of those chairs being installed around the first week of school at the latest. We are still waiting on shipment confirmation from the end panels, but this is still expected in September at the earliest. We'll keep the board updated as we get more specific dates. Overall, the auditorium looks fantastic, and we are excited to show it off when it is complete. And that concludes my report.
All right, thank you, Dan. Executive Director of Human Services report. Jessica, welcome.
Thank you. All right, so we'll start with the staffing update. The dedicated efforts of our school and district administration over the past several months have positioned the district to be nearly fully staffed for the 26-27 school year. We continue to actively recruit for the certified school nurse position, as well as our custodial, program assistant, and administrative assistant for professional learning and pathways vacancies. We're excited to welcome these highly qualified new team members and have enjoyed working with them throughout the onboarding and orientation process, as they bring tremendous enthusiasm and fresh energy to our school. Additional personnel recommendations are expected to be presented to the board next month and potentially as early as the next Committee of the Whole meeting, as we work to ensure all positions are filled and staff are in place for a successful start to the new school year. We did receive a support staff resignation yesterday afternoon and have posted it as anticipated, given our proximity to the start of the school year. And then for flexible orientation, during July, new faculty attended the first of 4 orientation days. The agenda for the day included introducing the strategic plan and portraits, communicating the rationale for building relationships with students, and discussing how to create a safe and welcoming classroom culture. New faculty also participated in Google training. The 3 remaining days of new faculty orientation will be held on August 4th through August 6th. And that concludes my report.
Thank you very much. Principal's report.
So filling in for Dr. Poirier this evening. This summer, 678 students participated in athletic camps. That's an increase from 590 in 2025, which directly supports our strategic goal number 2, student sense of belonging and accountability. The camps provided students with opportunities to further develop skills before athletic tryouts, or the opportunity to explore new sports. Participation in athletic summer camps can serve as an entry point into summer athletics for students. Our freshman summer bridge, we welcomed 103 incoming freshmen to our summer bridge program. The program is designed to help students transition successfully into high school by becoming familiar with the building, meeting staff, connecting with peers, and learning about expectations and opportunities available at West Chicago Community High School. Establishing these connections before the first day of school helps students begin the year with greater confidence and a stronger sense of belonging. And finally, the registration support for families. To support families when the registration process, the school hosted an evening registration assistance event on Wednesday, July 15th from 4 to 8 p.m. Staff were available to assist families with online registration, document submission, fee payments, and applications for free and reduced price meal program. We were pleased with the turnout of the first evening registration and assisted over 130 families that evening. An additional evening registration session will be held on Wednesday, July 22nd from 4 to 8 p.m. Just want to shout out to those staff members that worked that evening and Dr. Poyo for organizing it. This is the first time we've done something like this, and based on the numbers, it's definitely something that was well needed and will help serve our families well in the future. So that concludes the principal's report.
Thank you for the principal's report, and now the superintendent's report.
I have a couple of questions.
Mm-hmm.
We must get about 400 or so incoming freshmen every year. The 103 is not many out of that. Is that typical, or I mean, what can we do to increase that? And do we know what the breakdown is between our sender districts on that?
So we don't know the breakdown with center districts, but we've never done an evening registration before. This is the first time.
Yeah, I'm talking about the bridge.
Oh, the bridge program. Yeah, I don't have that breakdown. I don't have the breakdown of the 103 students. And that's something that every year that we do this, we're looking for ways to connect with those incoming freshmen to increase the participation numbers. I can get the numbers from last year so we can do a comparison to see where that's at, but I don't have that in front of me this evening.
I mean, it seems like a very valuable activity, and we figure out a way to get more students. They'll be more prepared, and one of our goals is belonging. So get them thinking about how they fit in before they even start that first day of August or whatever.
Any other questions? All right, superintendent's report.
I'd first like to take this opportunity to officially welcome Michelle Salozzi, my administrative assistant, and Jessica Ivanelli, our executive director of human resources. I've been extremely impressed with their ability to hit the ground running as they transition into their new roles, and we're extremely fortunate to have them on our team. From a community engagement standpoint, on Wednesday, July 8th, I attended a community roundtable at Village Hall in West Chicago. During this meeting, we had the opportunity to hear from a variety of community partners and discuss key initiatives and challenges each organization is facing. I look forward to continuing this partnership as we work together supporting our students and the community. Quick policy update, just as we concluded our Press Plus issue 121, Press Plus 122 has arrived. Our administrative team has been reviewing these policies. We're a little bit ahead of schedule. I anticipated that we would be done with this review by the end of August. It looks like we'll be done by the end of next week. Once we have those recommendations in, I'll send them out to the board. We'll give them for a first reading on September 1st and then a final reading and approval September 15th. And our high school credit for middle school students. Currently, I've received a response from both District 25 and 34 regarding our new policy granting high school credit for middle school students. District 34 is elected to introduce this to the 8th grade students and parents this fall, the school year 26-27, with credit being awarded upon entering District 94 for the 27-28 school year. District 25 would like to start this immediately and has provided their former 8th grade students, our rising freshmen, notification. And just as of Friday, so after this report was submitted, as of Friday, we received the list of the students from District 25 that will receive Spanish 1 credit, high school Spanish 1 credit. So that's a great start. District 33 is yet to respond, but I'm hopeful that I'll receive a response prior to the July 31st deadline. And that concludes my report.
Will we be able to get an update on where we're at in terms of like what happens when, after, if we get our response from District 33 or not? We can talk about.
We could talk about it on the 4th, or we can talk about it on the at the next regular during my report.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, committee and representative reports.
So there's only one quick update since it's the summer. In Sassed's pursuit of a new facility, They recently received a counteroffer from the bank for the Oak Brook property at $40 per square foot, which would bring their overall cost to purchase the property to approximately $6.3 million. A deal has not yet been finalized, but I'll provide the board with an update as soon as I receive more information. In addition, Sasset CSBO resigned late June, and they have elected to hire a familiar name, John Langdon and John Bartelt, as interim directors of business services for the current school year. So that concludes the committee reports.
I have just a quick question. What was their offer? I don't remember off the top of my head.
Sasset's offer, or
Yeah, like it's as far off.
$38 a square foot.
Okay.
It's a little bit higher,
Yeah.
and then the initial offer was 45 from the property
Oh.
management.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? All right, future dates. August 4th is our next committee of the whole meeting. Board members, open comments.
I do. Add to Kurt's comment about last Wednesday's registration night. I heard it was overwhelmingly well attended, and as a board member, I'd like to express appreciation for all the staff members who put in all that extra time, did all that extra work, and managed to adapt quickly to the numbers that they didn't. Shows what a great staff we have here and how committed they are. Very much appreciated by at least me.
By all of us.
Yeah,
Yes.
staff is
I'm
definitely,
assuming all of
Yeah.
us, but you never know.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
how dare I speak for anybody else?
staff efforts definitely appreciated. It's also very appreciated that we're looking at alternatives and other ways to try to bring our families together. So it's good to be thinking outside the box and trying new things. Any other open comments?
I know that at our previous meeting, we had talked about the data workshop for the board, to kind of think through how the data should be presented and how we should. But before that, I think it'd be great, Kurt, if you could share our quarterly progress reports, like how they'll help us understand how we're progressing towards our district goals.
Yeah, so as we discussed at our board retreat, there'll be quarterly progress reports that'll be provided to the board based on our action teams and assigned goals. So just to recap, each of our 5 goals have action teams assigned to it, and each action team is comprised of anywhere between 8 to 15 administrators, teachers, staff members that develop the actual work that takes place that year. So each quarter, they will identify, so they meet 3 times a year. They meet in the fall, the winter, and the spring. So when they meet this fall, they're going to review the previous year's goals that they had, and they're going to identify new goals. And then each quarter, I'll give a report. It'll be a 1-page document that we'll push out to community, through our newsletter, community, teachers, and then we'll present it at the board table, how each action team is progressing towards their quarterly goals. Knowing that it's not likely for every team to meet their goal every quarter, and that's not the point. The point is to look at data, dive in deep to the metrics. Everything is going to be written as a SMART goal. So what are those identified metrics? And if we don't meet that quarterly goal, the more important thing that I'm looking for is what are the steps they're taking to adjust and pivot and move to the next quarter, and how are they going to attain that goal? So that'll come out at the end of the first quarter, and then the end of the second quarter. Instead of that 1-page document, we'll sit here for about a 2-hour data presentation that will take in the school report card data, as well as the quarterly goal updates for the second quarter, and then at the end of the third quarter, and at the end of the year.
I think, having said that, it'd probably be good for us to see how those look, and if they're meeting our needs in terms of monitoring. I think it'd be great to just kind of that, and then maybe table that discussion about the data work after we see the first couple progress reports.
Any other open comments? All right, future issues. Hearing none, that moves us to consent agenda. Does anybody wish any items removed from the consent agenda for separate action? Hearing none, the recommended motion that the Board of Education approve the consent agenda for the minutes, financials, and reports, RSSP, ALOP, and Rebound MOU, SOPPA, 26 to 27 Student Handbook, and Personnel Report as presented.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Casey Meyer,
Aye.
Mr. Nagel,
Aye.
Ms. Daramas, Ms. Munoz,
Aye.
Ms. Chavez,
Aye.
Ms. Murphy,
Aye.
Mr. Brown.
Aye. Motion carries. That there being no old business, that brings us to new business. Fire alarm inspection, Assurant Fire Protection Renewal. The recommended motion, the Board of Education approve the quote from Assurant Fire Protection, Warrenville, Illinois, for the inspection of fire alarms throughout the building in the amount of $12,645.
So move.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Nagel,
Aye.
Ms. Daramas,
Aye.
Ms. Munoz,
Aye.
Ms. Chavez,
Aye.
Ms. Murphy,
Aye.
Mr. Brown,
Aye.
Ms. Casey Meyer.
Aye.
Motion carries. College Board invoice approval. The recommended motion is that the Board of Education approve the payment to the College Board in the amount of $75,480 for advanced placement exams as presented.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Daramas,
Aye.
Ms. Munoz, Ms. Chavez,
Aye.
Ms. Murphy,
Aye.
Mr. Brown,
Aye.
Ms. Casey Meyer,
Aye.
Mr. Nagel.
Aye.
Motion carries. Software renewals. The recommended motion that the Board of Education approve the software renewals as presented.
So move.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Munoz,
Aye.
Ms. Chavez,
Aye.
Ms. Murphy,
Aye.
Mr. Brown,
Aye.
Ms. Casey Meyer,
Aye.
Mr. Nagel,
Aye.
Ms. Daramas,
Aye.
Motion carries. Canon copier lease agreement, American Capital. The recommended motion that the Board of Education approve the lease agreement with American Capital, Lisle, Illinois, for the purchase of Canon copiers and production equipment for a total of $215,290.05, payable in 5 equal annual installments as presented.
So move.
Second.
Any discussion?
I did have a question on that. Is that education fund or is that operations?
Education fund.
Okay, thank you.
Roll call, please.
Ms. Chavez,
Aye.
Ms. Murphy,
Aye.
Mr. Brown,
Aye.
Ms. Casey Meyer,
Aye.
Mr. Nagel,
Aye.
Ms. Daramas,
Aye.
Ms. Munoz,
Aye.
Motion carries. Seal coating and striping quote. The recommended motion, the Board of Education approve the proposal from Midwest Seal Coat, Inc., Batavia, Illinois, in the amount of $17,297 for the seal coating and pavement marking as presented.
So move.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Murphy,
Aye.
Mr. Brown,
Aye.
Ms. Casey Meyer,
Aye.
Mr. Nagel,
Aye.
Ms. Daramas,
Aye.
Ms. Munoz, Ms. Chavez.
Aye.
Motion carries. Gassium Myra robotic scrubber purchase. The recommended motion, the Board of Education approve the quotation from Unique Products, Inc., St. Charles, Illinois, in the amount of $32,700 for the purchase of Gassium Myra robotic scrubber, sweeper, and workstation as presented.
So move.
Any discussion?
Pringle gets a brother?
Yeah, a bigger brother.
Big-
It's going to have another naming competition for the new robot?
Possibly, yes.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Brown,
Aye.
Ms. Casey Meyer,
Aye.
Mr. Nagel,
Aye.
Ms. Daramas,
Aye.
Ms. Munoz,
Aye.
Ms. Chavez,
Aye.
Ms. Murphy.
Aye.
Motion carries. ADA access auditorium lobby bathrooms. Actually, there's not a listed recommended motion for this one. I don't have do you have the amount in front of you?
You have the memo. The recommended motion's in the memo, if you want to open that up and read that.
The recommended motion is the Board of Education approve the proposal from Next Gen Electric and Communications PLLC, Lamont, Illinois, in the amount of $29,653 for the installation of ADA access auditorium lobby bathrooms.
Moved. Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Casey Mayer,
Aye.
Mr. Nagel,
Aye.
Mr. Amos,
Aye.
Ms. Munoz,
Aye.
Ms. Chavez,
Aye.
Ms. Murphy,
Aye.
Mr. Brown.
Aye. Motion carries. Music enrichment. The recommended motion, the Board of Education approve the 2026 to 27 contract with Tiny Toes as presented. I do like the name.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Does that wind up on students,
IEP?
IEP, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, and how many students are involved in that?
There's 4 classrooms of students in our DLP program, so the program would push in for 30 minutes for 4 separate classrooms. The overall number of students, I'm not sure of.
Okay.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Nagel,
Aye.
Mr. Amos,
Aye.
Ms. Munoz,
Aye.
Ms. Chavez,
Aye.
Ms. Murphy,
Aye.
Mr. Brown,
Aye.
Ms. Casey Mayer.
Aye.
Motion carries. Catalyst for change needs assessment. The recommended motion that the Board of Education approve the 2026 to 2027 contract with Catalyst for Change as presented.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Amos, Ms. Munoz, Ms. Chavez,
Aye.
Ms. Murphy,
Aye.
Mr. Brown,
Aye.
Ms. Casey Mayer,
Aye.
Mr. Nagel.
Aye.
Motion carries. August 18th, 2026 regular Board of Education meeting. The recommended motion that the Board of Education approve moving the August 18th, 2026 Board of Education meeting to August 25th, 2026.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Munoz,
Aye.
Ms. Chavez,
Aye.
Ms. Murphy,
Aye.
Mr. Brown,
Aye.
Ms. Casey Mayer,
Aye.
Mr. Nagel,
Aye.
Ms. Dormus,
Aye.
Motion carries. Policy 7:210 expulsion procedures, second reading and approval. The recommended motion is the Board of Education approve policy 7:210 as presented.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Chavez,
Aye.
Ms. Murphy,
Aye.
Mr. Brown,
Aye.
Ms. Casey Mayer,
Aye.
Mr. Nagel,
Aye.
Ms. Dormus,
Aye.
Ms. Munoz.
Motion carries. There being no more business to come before the board this evening, is there a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Second.
Favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, we are done, and it's not quite 7:30. There you go.
What are we supposed to do now?